Dear students, welcome again. We have already studied about the concavity and convexity of the curves in the first part of this video. In this part, we will take some another examples to study the concavity and convexity of the curves and to find the points of inflection. We have already studied that curve will be concave upward if second order derivative of the curve is positive for some given interval, and curve will be concave downward if the second order derivative of the curve will be negative. And if we have some if there are some points for which second order derivative of the curve is equal to 0 and third order derivative of the curve is not equal to 0, then that points are known as points of inflection. Let us take another example. Y is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 1, then dy upon dx will be equal to 3x square minus 12x plus 9, and d2y upon dx square is equal to 6x minus 12. Clearly d2y upon dx square, that is 6x minus 12, is positive, will be positive when x minus 2 is positive. We have taken 6 common from this term, and we have x minus 2 positive, means x is greater than 2, means in this interval from 2 to infinity curve will be concave upward. That is, in this interval second order derivative of the curve is of the function is positive. This means in this interval curve will be concave upward. Second order derivative will be negative in the interval when x is less than 2, means curve will be concave downward for all values of x in the interval minus infinity to 2. To find the points of inflection, we set d2y upon dx square is equal to 0. This means 6x minus 12 is equal to 0, means x is equal to 2. X equal to 2 may be the point of inflection. To verify this, we take third order derivative, which is equal to 6, which is not equal to 0, which is the confirmation. Confirmation is that x equal to 2 is a point of inflection. Second order derivative is equal to 0 at x equal to 0, but third order derivative is not equal to 0. This means x equal to 2 is a point of inflection. For x equal to 2, y will be equal to by putting x equal to 2 in the given curve, y is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 1, we get y will be equal to 3. Then 2, 3 is the point of inflection. Suppose we have curve y is equal to x cube minus 9x square plus 10x plus 5. We check for the concavity and convexity of the curve. Take first order derivative, second order derivative, third order derivative. Second order derivative, which is equal to 6x minus 18, this second order derivative will be positive when x is greater than 3. This means curve is concave upward for the interval 3 to infinity. Again, second order derivative is negative when 6x minus 18 is negative. That means x is less than 3. This means curve is concave downward for all values in the interval minus infinity to 3. Let us examine the curve y is equal to x raised to power 4 minus 2x cube plus 1 for concavity and convexity of the function, and also find the points of inflection. First order derivative of the curve is equal to 4x cube minus 6x square. Second order derivative is equal to 12x square minus 12x. Third order derivative is equal to 24x minus 12. Second order derivative is positive when 12x square minus 12x is positive, means x square minus x is positive. Factorizing, we have x into x minus 1 is positive. This means this product is positive. This is possible when either x is less than 0 or x is greater than 1. This means curve is concave upward in the interval minus infinity to 0 or 1 to infinity. This product will be positive when either x is negative, that is x is less than 0, or x is greater than 1. Curve will be concave upward in this interval minus infinity to 0 or 1 to infinity. Again, second order derivative will be negative when 12x square minus 12x is less than 0, that is x into x minus 1 is less than 0, that is x into x minus 1 is negative. This is only possible when x is negative, x plus x minus 1 is positive, that is x is less than 0, x is greater than 1. This is not possible. Any value of x will not satisfy these two conditions simultaneously. Second option is that either x is positive or x minus 1 is less than 0. Because product is negative, product will be negative if first term is positive and second is negative. That implies x is positive, x less than 1. This is possible, that is x lies between 0 and 1. The given curve will be concave downward in the interval 0 to 1. To find the points of inflection, we set second order derivative is equal to 0, that is 12x square minus 12x equal to 0, means x square minus x equal to 0. This gives x equal to 0, x equal to 1. To check these points, whether these points are points of inflection or not, we calculate third order derivative at these points. When x equal to 0, third order derivative will be equal to minus 12, which is not equal to 0. This means x equal to 0 is a point of inflection, and at x equal to 1, third order derivative is equal to 12, which is also not equal to 0. This means x equal to 0 and x equal to 1 both are points of inflection. When x equal to 0, y is equal to 1, and when these points are obtained when we put x equal to 0 in the given curve, y is equal to x raised to power 4 minus 2x cube plus 1. Putting x equal to 0 and x equal to 1 in this curve, given curve, we get y equal to 1 and y equal to 0, that is 0 1 and 1 0 are the points of inflection. Let us examine the another curve y is equal to x cube for concavity and convexity and for the points of inflection. Taking first order derivative, we have dy upon dx square is equal to dx is equal to 3x square, d2y upon dx square is equal to 6x, third order derivative is equal to 6. For concavity, upward concavity, second order derivative must be positive, that is 6x must be positive. This will be possible if x is positive. This means for 0 to infinity, this curve will be concave upward. For concave downward, second order derivative must be negative, that is 6x is negative, means x is negative, that is for minus infinity to 0 this curve will be concave downward. For points of inflection we set or we take d2y upon dx square is equal to 0. This second order derivative will be equal to 0 when x equal to 0, and third order derivative is not equal to 0 at x equal to 0. This means x equal to 0 is a point of inflection. If suppose that third order derivative is also 0 at x equal to 0, then we take fourth order derivative and so on. We have already studied a generalized criteria for a point to be a point of inflection, because second order derivative, that is even order derivative, is 0 and next odd order derivative is not equal to 0 at x equal to 0. This means x equal to 0 is a point of inflection. Let us take another example. Suppose we have a curve y is equal to x cube minus 18x square plus 5x plus 7. We check for concavity upward and downwards, and for the points of inflection take first order derivative, then second order derivative 6x minus 36. Second order derivative to be positive, 6x minus 36 must be positive. This means x minus 6 is positive, that is x is greater than 6. This means curve will be concave upward in the interval 6 to infinity, because x is greater than 6, not equal to 6. This for this we take a open interval 6 to infinity. Second order derivative will be negative for x less than 6. This means curve is concave downward in the interval minus infinity to 6. Example 10th is same like that we have already discussed in this video, and let us suppose another example which is different from the already discussed functions. Suppose y is equal to sin 4x plus cos 4x into e raised to power 4x. dy upon dx will be equal to sin 4x. This is a product function. First function as it is, derivative of second plus derivative of first into second function as it is. This will be equal to, after simplification we get 8 e raised to power 4x into cos of 4x. Differentiating again with respect to x, we get d2y upon dx square is equal to 8 4 e raised to power 4x into cos of 4x minus 4 e raised to power 4x sin of 4x. After simplification we get 32 e raised to power 4x cos 4x minus sin 4x. Next, third order derivative will be equal to 32 into, this is again a product function, and we differentiate this function, then we get 32 4 e raised to power 4x, that is function first function as it is, derivative of first function, second function as it is, plus first function as it is, derivative of second. After simplification we get minus 256 e raised to power 4x into sin 4x. Second order derivative will be equal to 0. Here we have to find the points of inflection only, not the interval for which the curve is concave upward or downward. Only we have to find the points of inflection. So we set second order derivative is equal to 0. Because e raised to power 4x is never 0, therefore we divide both sides by e raised to power 4x, also divide by 32, we get cos 4x minus sin 4x is equal to 0, and this means sin 4x is equal to cos 4x, that implies tan 4x is equal to 1. Given that x lies between 0 to pi by 2, for this interval this equation has the solution 4x is equal to pi by 4, 5 pi by 4, 9 pi by 4, 13 pi by 4, that is x is equal to pi by 16, 5 pi by 16, 9 pi by 16 or 13 pi by 16. For all these values, if we put all these values in third order derivative, that is in minus 256 e raised to power 4x sin 4x, we get that this third order derivative is never 0 for all these values of x. This means these are the points of inflection. When we put these points x equal to pi by 6, 5 pi by 16, sorry, x equal to pi by 16, 5 pi by 16, 9 pi by 16 and 13 pi by 16 in the curve, given curve y is equal to sin 4x plus cos 4x into e raised to power 4x, we get the values of y, which will be equal to under root 2 e raised to power pi by 4 minus under root 2 e raised to power 5 pi by 4 under root 2 e raised to power 9 pi by 4 and minus under root 2 e raised to power 13 pi by 4, and we get these points of inflections. Suppose that we have a curve. We take another example. Y is equal to x plus 4 upon x. dy upon dx will be equal to 1 minus 4x square. Differentiating given curve with respect to x, we get dy upon dx is equal to 1 minus 4x square. Again differentiating, d2y upon dx square will be equal to 8 upon x cube. Because in this question we have to find the concavity and convexity of the curve. Second order derivative is positive, will be positive when 8 upon x cube is positive, because numerator is positive. This total term 8 upon x cube to be positive, denominator must be positive, that is x cube must be positive. X cube will be positive if x is positive, means x lies in the interval 0 to infinity. It means curve will be concave upward for the interval 0 to infinity. Second order derivative will be negative when x cube is negative, means x is less than 0, that is curve is concave downward in the interval minus infinity to 0. We have a curve y is equal to x plus 4 upon x. Clearly this function is not defined for x equal to 0, that is 0 does not contain in the domain of the function. This means second order derivative, that is d2y upon dx square, is never 0 in the domain of given function. This means this curve has no point of inflection. Thanks students, we conclude this video and welcome. We will meet again in the next part of this video. Thank you.